in the Shafi'i school, must the offer and acceptance be explicit? In Islam, when we deal with any form of commerce, any form of trading, the general ruling is that it must be an taradim minkum. It must be a mutually beneficial contract, a mutually beneficial exchange. Both parties must be benefiting from the exchange, and that means that they are pleased with the transaction. They are not being coerced into the transaction. How do we know that there's pleasure, that there's satisfaction with the contract? We know that because of the ijab and the qabul, which is the spoken offer and the spoken acceptance. These integrals of a sale in Islam is considered integrals. It's considered primary components of a sale, without which a sale would be invalid. In the Shafi'i school of thought, these integrals, the offer and the acceptance, so for example, I sell you this keyboard for 50, and then you would say, I buy that for 50, or I accept that sale for 50. That's the spoken offer and acceptance. Now, as soon as I say that, of course, we would know that this is not the way that modern transactions are generally conducted. There are some places in the world, especially where it's predominantly Shafi'i, like in Malaysia and Indonesia, where trade is still done in this way. I'm told, I've never seen it myself. But for the most part, in the rest of the world, we don't transact like that, unless it's like very big transactions, not everyday transactions. You don't go to the shop, generally speaking, buy yourself a cool drink and say to the shopkeeper, I buy this cool drink for 10, and then the shopkeeper says, I sell you this cool drink for 10. It just wouldn't make sense in most places in the modern world. Yet it is the relied upon view in the Shafi'i school. Most Shafi'is, however, practice according to the view of Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala in relation to the absence of a spoken offer and acceptance, as long as there's some indication of satisfaction on both sides, which is referred to as bay'ul mu'atat. And this bay'ul mu'atat is the same as what we do on a general basis. You don't say, I buy this from you, I sell this to you, etc. You simply exchange the item. You put the item on the counter. The teller puts the item in a bag, for example, gives you the price. You give them your card, you pay the cash, you get the receipt for it, and you walk out of the shop. That's generally how most business is conducted on a day-to-day basis. And for that reason, we can say that for most instances, the spoken offer and acceptance does not need to be explicit, based on the view of Imam Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala on bay'ul mu'atat. Wallahu subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam bis-sawab.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.